And we're live. So, hey, Red Hawk, you describe the meme again
Uh,
that we were talking about.
yeah. So if people saw the video of the two Tate brothers just standing in the middle of the rain with their shirts off, like just complete slack-jawed F slurs, But one of the best captions I saw of it was, "It's like I imagine this goes really hard if you're sitting on a dirt floor in Bangladesh,"
Jesus.
which is just so
Yeah.
true. It's like, who the fuck is paying attention to these clowns?
At
I
this
mean,
point,
Interpol. Too
well,
soon.
I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, man. Like I have no idea what's going on with that investigation. I just hope it's very speedy and the end of the rope is coming up, because these guys have just done nothing but damage to everything they've ever touched.
mhm.
So
Yeah,
I don't know. How's that for morality in dating?
yeah. Well, it ties in because, like, these guys that men want to think that if they just good little boys and follow the rules, that they get a family and kids and a wife that loves them forever. But the truth is, like, women really never liked us for our morals. They liked us because we're awesome, right? And even when guys say that, they like saying that, but they really don't realize, like, hey, a girl like not wanting to see you anymore, like let's say she goes on a date with you and she doesn't text you back afterwards, she doesn't owe you anything. She didn't do anything wrong. She just doesn't want to see you anymore. And these guys get black pilled and all that stuff because, hey, she should do this, she should do that, and this is not fair. And I'm like, well, they're not us, so it's different. And the faster you recognize that, the faster you can win and move on with your life and not be so angry at women. And even like in uh in your sector, Red Hawk, you say this a lot, that like you don't uh for example, you don't want to find a girl in church, you want to find a girl and then bring her to church when she's into you. If that's your thing, right? It's not like, hey, I'm gonna go to church to find a girl that aligns with me morally, like the Sam Hyde clip,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And
Um,
it's just
but for but
it
for
just
some
comes from.
reason,
Oh, no, go ahead, Nuke.
yeah, and for some reason now I'm getting nothing but Sam Hyde content on my YouTube.
Dude, he's been
I'm
killing
like,
it.
for you,
He's been absolutely killing it lately.
In real
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
I just watched a Boomer video, and I think I'm gonna go to Black Conspiracies next. But
Oh no.
Wait, what?
yeah,
Black conspiracy? Wait, what?
yeah, it's one of those
Just saying
videos.
that
I think it's
show.
recent. It's like 4 months old or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It's kind of funny.
I just like it. I just like his style of comedy. It's very deadpan, but like,
I had him.
like it.
I had a chance
It's
to meet him
deadpan but full of life.
last year, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's great, man. If you have an opportunity to go to one of his shows, definitely do it. It's so fucking funny.
I
But
could
just be
probably.
aware, if you are not a Caucasian, be prepared to have many jokes thrown your way.
Oh, I mean, that makes me feel special. Like, imagine going to a show and not being made fun of for being brown. I'd be like, yo, dude, come on, come on, I'm right here. Pearl's been on his show.
Really?
And they did a show together. Yeah, she met him and all that stuff. She said he was weird but funny.
Oh yeah,
But
I mean he's definitely that kind of guy.
yeah, but anyway, like, how you say he has that thing that we like to use, like, who's gonna align with you completely? A man with Asperger's, right? And it's just like, you don't want to find a girl based on the fact that she believes what you believe. You just want a girl to follow your lead and go where you are, because you may change one day and you may see things differently, and she will follow you wherever, as long as she likes you. But a lot of guys don't get that, so
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna talk about today.
I think a lot of this just comes from a lot of latent egalitarianism that's still in a lot of guys' brains, and you see a lot of this actually in red pill stuff when people want to hold like
Mm.
women to the same moral standard that men do as men. It's just like, guys, why are you expecting a woman to have like these really well thought out thoughts about politics or morality or anything like this, when in so much of what you do in the rest of your days you acknowledge that women aren't as physically capable as men, they can't do the same things that we do, they shouldn't really be in the workforce the same degree we are, yada yada yada, politics, whatever. But then you like hold on to this still part of this egalitarian nonsense where you think that like women view morality, honor, politics, in the same way that you do. It's just like this is just like fairy tale land, dude. So it's like, well, okay, you know, if I was a man, I expect another man to, message me back if he's not going to fall through on like a business opportunity or something like that, or if he's not going to meet me up for dinner, or if one of my bros like isn't going to play video games with me tonight or something. Like, yeah, I expect that guy to reach out to me and be like, hey, I can't really do this, yada yada yada. But then, go on the other side of this, and does anyone really expect that the same from like a chick? You're just like living in fairy tale land, dude.
Yeah. I wanted to ask Jack, like, guys, I imagine, you navigate this hellscape that we call Twitter all the time, and what do you see from guys that are like, for example, a girl that, like, let's say that one chick, what's her name, Adalu, she gets on a stage and repeats back exactly what we want to hear, right? And they're like, oh, she should be president, or she should be a leader for men too. And I'm like, a woman being a leader of men for me? What?
Number one, I don't vote any political party that has a female at its head. And it's like, no. There was a quote unquote far right party in the Netherlands, and all of a sudden they switched out the party leader with a woman, and immediately they lost my vote. I will not, for the life of me, vote for a woman. Just no. Nah, but getting ahead of ourselves here. It hits on a larger, not per se problem, but larger topic that's going on with a lot of men, where it's like, oh, if I just vote for this, then everything will be fine. Politicians are great marketers. They are great marketers, and will most likely tell you what you want to hear. I'm not saying every politician is that, but in general, a lot of politicians are those marketers and want your vote for power. Tell you what they want to hear for power. What that is an indication of is handing over responsibility to somebody else outside of your own personal life, instead of taking the reins into your own hands. And maybe you can still support that politician, and sometimes that politician does deliver. I mean, it does happen. However, you're not dependent on it. And, the things you mentioned on Twitter and what I see on Twitter, where it's like, oh, this person for president, that person for president. It's like, even if that person is president, what will that change in your life that you yourself cannot change today? Now, I don't want to be cynical in that part, because, like I mentioned, there are plenty of politicians who do it. However, don't rely on them. And that is what I'm seeing a lot of, that there's being relied a lot on external parties. And to bring it back to dating, also external parties to change the dating landscape. We're going to change the birth rate. It's like, in general, you're not going to change the birth rate just by electing one certain politician. But you as an individual can change it for you.
Yeah, you can have kids. You can have unprotected sex. It's great too. Having unprotected sex is great.
Really?
So,
Huh.
yeah.
I mean, with you and your, having a boyfriend and all that, is it safe to do it unprotected?
I don't know. Let's ask Cappy.
Hey, I mean, AIDS and all that.
Yeah, but I think in terms of morality, politics, everything. This is what I see a lot, where, for example, me and Jack will be chilling in a space and some spur comes in and they're like, you guys are degenerates, or you guys are this, you guys are that. And I look at them and their behavior and all that stuff, and they claim to be Christian or whatever denomination of Christianity. But I don't, they're only Christian in one way, right? Because I don't see acts. They don't go to church. They don't, the language they use, their behavior, something about them screams like, I'm only Christian because I think it's going to deliver me a girl, that likes me. And that's really the crutch of all this. Yeah, exactly. Like, you should be Christian. Like, I used to work for a big electrical engineering company a couple years ago, and one of my managers, he was this tall former football player guy, from a college football player, super nice guy. And I said, hey dude, are you working this weekend? I might need to call you for some questions or support because I got a job this weekend. And he said, oh, I can't because I'm going to go to my pastor needs me to cut down a tree for him. You see what I'm saying? Like that is what I see. Like I'm not here to tell people what they should do, but like men like that, it's just like they understand that morality or like their morals are separate from like the like seeking women, right? They are 100% involved in their community. They're helping out the church any way they can. They're not throwing in anyone's faces, and um, he was a jacked guy. Like he lived up to the Christian ideal, I guess. At least from my standpoint. Maybe I'm not really fully religious, but what I'm saying is that guys really need to separate the two and realize that are you religious and or whatever form of morality you're following for women because it's going to deliver you something, or are you religious because you want to dunk on degenerates on the internet because they're licking all the ice cream supposedly.
Well, I mean, where to begin? Yeah, let's try to start at the beginning with this one, where it's the assumption that in sex and relationships and dating, women hold the same morals men do. They don't.
Mhm.
Now, how dare I say that they don't through experience, stories, and logs that have been like shared with a lot of men. From my own experience, you'd think that if you break up with a guy, you don't have a guy lined up. I can tell you right now from experience, every time I was broken up with, the guy was already in the picture. Not a week later, I found out that they, at least at that point, all of a sudden they were dating. And if you look back on it, apparently they were already dating way ahead of time. Now, I could say, well, that's not moral and things like that. Do you think women care? They don't. It's naive to think that in sex and dating, anybody holds the same morals as you. Some would say bros before hoes. Well, I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't want my best friends or whatever friends. I don't want their girlfriends or whatsoever. That is just, we don't do that. There are plenty of people who would. You thinking anybody else shares the same morals as you is, practically speaking, just a fool's errand. Now, what does a gloomy perspective like that, how can that help you? Well, it can help you prepare for it and put your feet back on the ground, so to say, where it's like, as soon as you break up with a woman, it's free game. Whether you like it or not, learn to have peace with the fact that as soon as the words are uttered, it is now free game. And probably already has been, because women tend to break up weeks before they actually break up with a dude.
You're always the last one to know. Yeah.
Yeah, you're always the last one to know. With cheating, just because you don't want to cheat doesn't mean she won't cheat. Starting out dating, just because you don't want to sleep on the first date doesn't mean she doesn't want to sleep on the first date. That's the big one I run into with guys. They are so petrified to make a physical move on the first date because, well, I wouldn't want to do that. It's like, yeah, but have you ever considered she might want to do that? It's like, oh, but she's virtuous, right? She has morals. It's like, how do you know that if you've never tried it out? It's like, oh, only broken women sleep on the first date. That's always the big one. If she sleeps with you on the first date,
like
no. Hey, if a woman sleeps with me on the first date, it shows investment. It's like, oh, she likes me. Good. At least you hope she does, because women sleep with you as well if they hate you.
Yeah, they think there's something wrong with women that likes them. That's the craziest part. Like,
yeah,
hey, I don't want a woman that sleeps with me on the first date. Like, there's something wrong. Hey, a woman slept with me and likes me. There's something wrong with her. And I'm like, wow, what a life, dude. What a life.
oh no, anything but that.
Oh no.
Please.
Yeah.
A girl that likes me for me and not for my money and my, what? So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
that is
well,
a huge thing where reality clashes with morality and ideals of holding everybody to your own standard while there
yeah.
is none.
So I have 7 reasons why, here in my article, where like why men kind of struggle with morality and dating.
Mm-hmm.
And I can list them off here. The first one is egocentric bias. Men with heavy ego investment in their own moral code tend to see it as universal law. My beliefs are so logical and virtuous, everyone must share them. And this kind of bites a lot of people in the butt because it's like, hey, if I pick up the trash, then everyone will, right? If I call a girl back or show up on time, then she will, right? And it's just like everyone should be like me or everyone will think like me. And you can see how, like, in every aspect of your life, thinking that people aren't operating on the same time as you can really cause you a lot of harm. There's the false consensus effect. Uh, Guys come online and find like-minded men in the manosphere, tradsphere, red pill, whatever. Then they start thinking, if all these dudes think like me, surely the rest of the world does too.
Hello, man.
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
everyone learns
or
that one. Everyone learns that one the hard way.
or the
yeah,
other one where it's like, oh, these guys and I are on the same team. I am telling you right now, most of these dudes were fuck your wife if they could.
yeah,
You might
and
not like it, but
yeah, and you see it all the time. I've introduced one friend group to another, and one friend group is like, "Who's this dork that that you hang out with?" Like, I'm just like, "No, he's one of my friends." It's just this is what we are. I write wrong again. No matter how many undersexed, over-intellectualized dudes link up to tell women how they should behave, it won't change a thing. There is no strength in numbers here. Women do not care. They never needed your consensus to do what benefits them. Boom. The third one is social conditioning. I want you guys to take on this one too. Most of us were raised by women, mothers, teachers, caretakers. They meant well, but they taught us the wrong things. Be good, be kind, and women will love you. No, that just made them repulsed by you. They want you to be the man that they wanted, safe, soft, compliant. And they went and dated the guy who didn't listen to any of that. You were programmed to lose. And that is why the red pill exists, essentially.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
wait, your
Yeah.
mom taught you things?
My mom taught me to be nice to women. She literally said that. You gotta be nice to women. And I'm like, okay, mom. And then here we are. Now I'm a degenerate red pill content creator. Thanks, mom. You did.
Mm,
And I love my mom. I call her twice a week. I love my mother to death. Forgive your parents, guys. Forgive your parents.
Yes, that's a big one.
They were doing the best they could with what they had. So unless they were a real asshole, and to this day continue to be a real asshole, then don't.
Mm.
Yeah. Uh Number
mm.
4 is desire for predictability. Men crave logic and chaos. If I do X, she'll do Y. If I show up on time, she'll show up on time. If I pay for 3 dates, she'll offer to pay for 1. If I marry her, she'll have sex with me forever. None of that holds up. Women are not machines. They change like the seasons. For every single thing a woman does, mentally add right now, because that's all it ever is, how she feels right now. So, or with you, like
Um,
Jack, or like Ryan said, but then Jack started saying that too, like with you or something like
yeah,
that. So
yeah, that's the one. Anything or everything a woman says, add with you or right now, right at the end of her sentence. I don't sleep with a guy on the first date with you. I don't do dinner
yeah.
dates or I don't do drink dates with you. I don't give BJs with you. You know, it's like every time a woman um, puts up a hurdle for you to jump over, just add with you. I don't give her my number that fast for you. You know, just
For guys like
assume
you.
that, yeah, it's like just always assume that there's a guy out there who she would do it with. And there comes the morality thing again, where it's like, well, it would be cruel of me to just give up on her. It's like, why? She's not giving you what you want. It is okay to be selfish. It is very okay for you to say, I am not getting out of this relationship or engagement what I want. I am taking myself out of this equation. It has
Mhm,
nothing to do with morality or ethics or whatever, but nothing but sheer pragmatism, practicality.
mhm.
I mean, women do it too. And normally I refrain from that whole, well, women do it too, because it's like, yeah, I mean, you're barking up the wrong tree because women don't care. They're hypocrites or whatever. But in that sense, it's, female strategies apply to male sensibilities. Women
Mhm.
are way more pragmatic than men. They're not as open about it. We have a whole manosphere like swapping notes about this. Like, hey, did your woman do this too? It's like, yeah. It's like, oh God,
Yeah.
all women are like that. I'll never tell you. But then you figure out, like, wow, they're way more pragmatic than men. And then it's just like, well, start applying it for you. But I'm better than that. Well, have fun being better than that and remaining second place because they don't care. They don't.
Yeah, women don't care. They care that you're awesome. Obviously, they will care when they like are invested in you. Like they will kind of, but that's later, right? You can't put the cart before the horse. It's not, you can't be the moral guy in the beginning. You got to be the fun guy. Your morals are for like other men, right? Like your brother, your coworkers, the people, your friends, like my friend, he has my back. My Navy friends have my back. That's morals, right? Like no brother, no one left behind. Watch out for each other. I don't litter in my neighborhood, you know. If I see someone sketchy, I text the neighborhood group chat and be like, "Hey, there's some shit going on." Right? Those are morals, watching out for each other. But like that doesn't translate to the dating world very well because women don't really care. However, I think here's the disconnect. It's just me saying there's a lack of morality in dating is not permission for you to go hurt people or do it on purpose, right? It's just permission for you to be selfish and watch out for you within the dating world, right? Even with women that I was casually seeing, if they needed help, like, hey, my car won't start, as long as they weren't like 2 hours away, I would be like, hey, I can stop by and help you, give you a jump, because I would do that for my friend. I would do that for my brother. I would do that for a coworker. I would do it for anyone because that's who I am. And then a lot of guys get caught up in like, I ain't doing this for no bitch. I'm like, dude, she's just a girl. She needs your help, right? It isn't simping because you
Simp!
decided to be a
It's
good person.
simpish behavior. How dare you help a woman who doesn't fuck you?
I
How
mean,
dare you?
I,
It's like,
the other thing too is like part of being a man is just accepting you have a burden of performance, and you going out of your way to just like avoid doing literally anything, and use it under the guise of I'm being a simp if I literally go and like contribute anything to society aside from like sitting on my ass and playing video games. It's like
mhm.
okay, dude, cool, great. You're not a simp. Great. Is that the only thing that's going to
Congratulations.
revolve around your life?
Yeah.
Myron would be proud.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know,
And
you've
the
done
thing
it.
is, because they see every girl as like some kind of opportunity for sex, but like in my
Oh,
neighborhood,
you don't?
well, it depends on the tits. If they have
It's a
really nice tits, you
hole.
can't say no. But
Oh.
like, I have in my neighborhood, there is a kind of sort of what do you call it? It's kind of high trust with people that we know live here,
White?
right? I didn't
Sorry.
say it. I didn't say it. I'm just saying I'm kind of the token here, right? But um,
I had
it's
to do
like
it.
the there's a little grocery store shop down the street. They know me there. The owner gave me a special code to go into his 24/7 grocery store next door so I can get snacks or stuff or drinks whenever at any time during 3 a.m. whatever. I gave it to he gave it to my girlfriend. It's like there is this in-group preference, right? And this like, but it's quiet. Like no, we don't like tell the world, hey, if you live here, you get no. We just and the way you build that, right, is essentially you doing things for people, and that's life. Like if you see a woman that's your neighbor and she's trying to change a tire, help her out. It costs you like 2 minutes. You may have to teach her, right? Um, you see it all the time. There's a girl that needed a jump for a car. I have the battery pack. I just walk up, zoom, and she's like, "Cool." And then she sees me at the pool or sees me around, and I bet you she'd be willing to do something nice for me because the world isn't out to get you, right? The whole morality in dating is that when you sleep with a girl in that context, you don't get screwed over because women have hyper agency. But outside of that, you are allowed to be a nice guy as long as you would do it for everyone, right? Like if you only do it for girls, then yeah, dude, you have a covert contract. But if you would do it for your anyone, then doing it for women isn't going to make you a simp or stupid or wasting your time. You can be a nice person,
I mean, you can be polite. You can always be polite and decent. Yet, like right now, there's a lot of conflicting with that where it's like, oh, if I help a woman, I'm being considered a simp. It's like, no, man. They're like, since okay, so here's an interesting question. My question to you guys: what is your definition of simping?
Expectation,
Hmm?
whether it be validation, sex. Um, It's tough because like you know what a simp is, but you just can't have a nice Oxford Dictionary definition of it. Like we know what it is.
Hmm.
I think it's just like thinking that being a nice guy and giving things to women will get you in their good graces, and by
I think it's
extension,
just a,
sex.
I think it's just a memeified version of sneaky fucker.
Yeah.
Or
It's,
that, yeah,
it's,
that
it's
seems
basically
better.
what
Yeah.
it is. It's like uh, you're trying to you're basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to present yourself as doing an action in the hopes of receiving sex, but you're trying to conceal it like behind what you're actually doing.
Mhm.
You're just you're not being upfront. You're being you're just being sneaky about it. Being
I would say
Mhm.
self-sacrificial behavior for the unspoken expectation of sex.
Or validation. Sometimes it's just female validation. Not
Yeah.
even sex. Sometimes I just want this girl to think I'm one of, like I'm
Yeah.
cool. You know.
And especially the self-sacrificial part, where it's like you do everything against your own betterment just for the validation or opportunity for sex to happen with this girl.
Hmm.
Like, to your own detriment. I think that is the biggest one. Like, be it financially, physically, or whatever the other one is. That to me would be like simping. And everything outside of that, where it's like, I'm just helping a woman. It's like, oh no. Like, you know,
it,
what, I'm helping an old woman. Does that mean I want to sleep with her?
it's like
Granny McGee. It's like, no. She needed
uh,
help with groceries.
yeah, it kind of like ties into this other thing where you were just talking about like, oh, if I'm at like the grocery store parking lot or something and a chick needs help like jumper cable starting her car or something, the idea that some guys have of, oh, I'm not going to do anything about this because I'm not getting any anything in return from this chick, right? Well, guys like kind of take that two ways because a lot of dudes just wouldn't even know how to jumpstart a car to begin with, and their response to that
Yeah, there's
is,
that.
yeah, their response to it is like, I'm not going to jumpstart that car at all because I don't want to be called a simp. It's like, dude, you actually need to be able to perform the task in order to deny somebody access to it in the first place.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
First
I'm
off,
listening. I'm listening to Myron from Fresh and Fit, and I got to be really concerned about a chick taking me for all my money, even though I'm $15,000 in debt for credit cards. It's like, fucking
yeah.
idiot.
It takes nuance, takes a little thought. Like, hey, maybe if a girl, uh, and there's a gray area, right? Because sometimes, for example, a girl will call you at 3 a.m. and be like, "Come, help me, come save me. I'm in this situation, blah blah blah." And it's just like, okay,
And then you get there and she's dressed all in lingerie. It's like, what the hell? This isn't the car.
this isn't the car.
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
This isn't where I parked my car.
yeah,
I thought you needed help. I do. It's
yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that you gotta practice discernment, right? And the thing is, relationships change, right? Like say if it's your wife, it's your wife, right? Like it's your wife. If it's your girlfriend, that may change. If it's some girl you're just sleeping with, it's just some girl that's a friend. Everything has a different kind of lens, and you, the man, get to decide how much you give to a person. Obviously, at the end of the day, but like uh, if you're 2 hours away, I'm not driving 2 hours because I would just say, "Hey, I will call you, a truck to come pick up your car, right, and take you home, but I'm not driving 2 hours." That's crazy, right? Unless you're, like, someone super close to me or something, right? But at the same time, um if I'm walking home and I see that you're trying to change a tire, I'll do it regardless of who you are, especially if you live in my neighborhood, because I consider a lot of people here almost like family in the sense that like distant relatives and stuff. Um, and it goes to say that like this red pill stuff is swarmed by spurgs and people that are absolutists, and I'm like, dude, it's not. Stop taking it literally and start taking it seriously. That's all we say. Like it's not meant to be a moral guide for you to about what to do, what not to do. It's for you to understand that what the dynamics are in play, and understand that if you mess up or you do something wrong, you'll probably feel it, but that's okay. That's okay. It happens, right? You'll help the girl be very polite to you, and she'll give you her number, and then you'll be like, I got a chance, and then she ends up not being into you, and that's okay. And then you'll be like, "Well, I ain't doing shit for women ever again." I'm like, "Dude, who like it wasn't about, that. It was about something else." So, yeah, just I'm tired of the spurgs and people not like thinking and wanting absolute truth in a guide to life,
Well,
I'm just
it's
so
not
tired
only
of it.
that, but it's also trying to bend the will of the world. No, trying to bend the world to their will.
Hmm.
Of well, I am convinced of this, so should everybody else. But as I've already addressed, it's that women are pure pragmatists,
Hmm.
and they just can't seem to come to terms with that, of women being very pragmatic to the degree that morality becomes a detriment to
Yeah.
when wanting to date. Because I mean, can
Yeah.
you really blame women? In all honesty, I mean, let's be honest here. And no, I'm not doing the well, men do the women do it too thing. I'm not going to go there, but it's more like if you would open your dating app and get 100 likes, no matter how often you open that thing, no matter how often you start a new account, no matter what happened, and every girl you swiped right on was a match. Could you hold that power? Could you really
I'd be a
deal
piece
with
of
it?
shit. I'd be a piece of shit.
Dude, all of them. you know? It's like all of them. I do it. I do it until I get tired of it, which I don't know how long that would take. And it's like, would you then sit on a throne of empty morals where it's like, I'm too good for this? I am telling you right now, if the typical spurg that we have in Twitter Spaces would hold that much power within a day, he'd let everything go.
That's what I
He'd let
said in the beginning. Yeah, like
I kind of want to join your
morality,
guys'
like
spaces one of these times, just so I could absolutely rip one of these people apart. Ugh.
dude. The
We
thing
have
is, like,
just the guy for you.
Ugh.
we have just the guy for you. We'll give you a 10 minutes heads up so you can warm up, crack your knuckles, do all that stuff.
Spread your
So
wings a bit, and then be
Yeah.
like, okay, we're
yeah,
going down on him.
Sharpen my talons. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, the secret kings, they think that every interaction with a woman they have to win, and that's the problem here. Like, you don't have to win like a woman doesn't want to have sex with you. Okay, so
It's like
oh,
when
a woman did something. Yeah,
a
she
fourth
got the
grader,
good end of the.
a fourth grader
Yeah,
calls
yeah,
you a poopy head, and you just decide to drop kick him. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all
I
right,
will
man.
say though, if you're going to help women with car trouble, like for example, changing a tire, before you approach the car, make sure the jack is in the right place. I almost lost my foot a couple like last year because there was this hot chick in my garage, and I'm like, "Hey, you need a hand?" And she's like, "Yeah, I don't." And then I started jacking up the car a little bit, and I took her flat tire the off the car, and then as I was loading it in her trunk, the car fell right on the brake drum, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" If my foot was under there, I would have fallen on my foot, dude. So be careful when you're gonna help a
So
chick, approach the car with caution. You don't know what kind of shit she did before you got there. So make sure that
I
jack's in the right place.
Did I ever tell you the story about how I nearly lost my leg?
Yeah. No, you didn't.
there's
Oh,
always like some story, like you sit down with a group of guys, and like some guy's gonna say something like this. It's just like,
Did I ever tell you?
did I ever tell you the story about the time I lost my leg? So
well, I mean,
I was at the zoo next to the hippo enclosure, and
almost. No, no, no. So this gal, she was dropping us off at the train station, and she had like stopped the car. So I was stepping out, but all of a sudden, because there was a bus coming, she had to drive. But she kind of turned the car or whatever, and I had my leg still in that same position when I stepped out of the car, and the back wheel like almost ran over my ankle. It
Wow.
was Yeah, that was close where it's like I could feel the wheel like pushing into the ankle, where the ankle, like this is my ankle, wheel here, where it went like that. And then the leg. So, no, wait, like this. So
Mhm.
this is the foot went like that, and the leg went that way. It was like, holy
Mhm.
shit, where the tire would have driven them apart. And I screamed. It's like, and she, out of panic, she almost stepped the gas to go even farther to the ahead. It's like, but luckily she stopped and immediately backed the car. It's like, free. And I didn't know how fast to pull that leg under that car. It's like, oh damn. Nearly lost
You
me
have to
leg.
be careful. You
Yep.
have to be careful. Like when
Women
women
and
ask
cars,
for help,
man. Women and cars. Saudi Arabia was right. Just saying. Get them away from there. It's like, nope.
yeah, just be careful. Anything hot,
Here's your
electrical,
average
or
Toyota. To the normal man, a vehicle. Woman, murder machine.
for you guys that are in blue collar jobs, use your OSHA like best practices. If you're going up to something to troubleshoot it, look at everything, look around you, look at all the sources of energy, electricity, weight, gravity, heat.
check to make sure that ladder is stable.
Yeah, yeah, because I fell from one and it hurts. Falling from ladder hurts, guys. It
Yeah.
really does hurt.
Yeah.
And
Luke's natural
yeah,
enemy, the ladder.
yeah. And just be careful because women, the thing is, women, like, we live in independent women era, so like they try their own ideas and then they break it a little bit, or they, they put stuff where it's not. So as you're slowly approaching the scene, make sure you look around and you're like, okay, what did you do before I touch anything? Because if not, you'll get shocked, you'll get hit, you'll get something falling on your foot, and she's just gonna laugh and be like silly, and then she's not even gonna visit you in the hospital or something. So uh okay, so the two more I wanted to talk about were lack of exposure to moral diversity. A lot of younger men, especially Zoomers, grew up online. They lived in discords, group chats, and echo chambers. Their idea of morality was never challenged by real world stakes. Then they hit the dating market and get emotionally slaughtered. Why? Because they walked into a battlefield with the emotional toolkit of a Minecraft server mod. They never learned how to survive in a world full of competing values. And this is especially good for young guys thinking that they can negotiate with certain people or things. Um, and The world is a scary place now, and wanting to find the good in people, not worth it anymore, man. Like,
You better start believing in date stories. You're in one.
yeah, yeah. Stop believing that people are inherently good. Believe that people are inherently selfish. And
Oh, but that's even Machiavelli the Prince. People who
yeah,
no, he who is good will always suffer under those who are not good. And just the realization of that not everybody has your best interest at heart just prepares you so much more. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say everybody in the world is wanting to fuck you over. I'm not saying that. I'm saying stop assuming everybody wants the best for you. 9 times out of 10, they just want the best for themselves, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But maybe you want to start doing that yourself as well so that you then can take better care of the people you want to take care of.
yeah,
Your job as a man in the grand scheme of things is to create stuff. Okay. And basically everybody else, what they're trying to do, whether it's women, children, lesser men, they're going to try and take it from you. And really the main goal you should have is to ensure that what you create isn't taken from you without something being given to you in return. Because
Capitalism, it works.
you're gonna give up something that you've made. Whether it's your time, whether it's a product you have, whether it's your money, whether it's your skills, whatever it is, right? You don't need to be like this retarded version of Rambo. It's like, I'm never giving up anything. Well, it's like, dude, that's just great. Now you're alone, but no people to assist you whatsoever. And
I wish I had the red bandana now. I kind of wish I had that. The Rambo one.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah,
No,
and
but
that,
Hawk's
like,
right.
yeah, you're not. The world isn't out to get you, right? But at the same time, the world's not going to save you. You have to kind of like create, and there's always going to be assholes that want to destroy everything you created, whether it be the HOA Karen that complains about your new garden or whatever, or someone that wants to murder you because of your values, right? And what you preach. There's always going to be people that don't like you. And they'll use whatever tactic to destroy your life, right? It could be an ex-wife, it could be a criminal, it could be all these things, right? So knowing that, operate within a kind of wariness. What did my commander say in the Navy? Uh, he said chronic unease when you're around, people or institutions or something that don't have your best interests at heart. Don't fall for it. You know, be wary, and honestly, being awesome as a man. When I say awesome, not like bloated, rich, absolutely jacked to the teeth. I mean awesome, like make people feel good. You realize like a lot of these people, like let's say like maybe the Groypers or anything like that, they lack the whole charismatic part of being able to get people to do what people want, right? And
Boy,
I
is that
realized
true.
like they just like being a spurg will never convince people to do things, right? You got to be charismatic, right? Like Trump is a great example. Whatever you think of him, he led with his charisma, right? Obviously he had money, obviously he had power, but he led with being funny, relatable, and charismatic, and people got onto his program. I'm not saying we ever have the power of Trump or another politician, but you realize that like that's not morality at play. That's giving people what they want. And then later on, he introduced his, you know, his policies and stuff. And you can do that within your own life, right? Like if I have a woman that I'm dating, right? She's more likely to do the things I want her to do if I charm her, if I tease her, if I make me being around her exciting and fun, rather than hey, the black book with Jesus in it. He said that you have to do this. She's gonna feel into like, and even not only that, even us as men, we don't want to do anything we don't want to do unless at least the guy's cool. It's chill. It's like my favorite captain in the Navy, um, he was a gym bro. So every time he came into an announcement, he would use like gym terms and football terms to talk to us, and that made him very relatable. And the other captains before that were very cut and dry, like do this, the ship's pulling in, guys. Whereas the other captain was like so chill and being like, "Hey guys, if we make this deadline, you guys get to have beards. Just letting you guys know. Go Eagles." Like more like a bro, right? And it made me want to work harder and not let this guy down. And that's how you got to be in life. You have to lead with being likable. Morality is for later. So
I
yeah.
had one teacher who knew exactly what buttons to push with me, where there was a test coming up, and there
Hmm.
was something he and I kind of went back and forth, and I was just about to walk out the classroom, and he was like,
Hmm.
"Mr. Napier," and I turn around, I'm like, "Yes, sir." He's like, "Don't disappoint," and I'm like,
Oh shit.
y- just that made me want to do so much better. It's like, I'll show you not to disappoint. I don't know why, but that just always got to me when somebody said that. When somebody appealed to my capability or something, that's when I went the hardest. I don't know what it
Is that
was.
is that what the Belarusian chick says before you
Oh
guys
no,
sleep?
she makes fun of me where it's like, what was it? Oh man, because it is funny you mentioned that because every now and then she just go, "How alpha of you?" It's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
She made fun of me once where she had to carry the umbrella. It's like,
I
oh,
actually
isn't
like
this?
when I actually
Hmm?
like when women like challenge me like that a little bit and not take me so seriously, you know? Like
Oh yeah, no, it's
it's like
hilarious. It's hilarious, especially because it's all fun and games. It depends a lot on the way girls say it. Like not these
mhm,
disagreeable, like I need to argue everything you say, otherwise I'm a weak woman. Not that garbage. But more like a woman who can call you out on your shit and still being playful kind of thing.
mhm,
Like in a manner where it's like, yeah, no, don't worry, homie. I still trust you. I'll still follow you, but I am gonna call you out on this one. Where it's like,
yeah.
yeah, you're being a bit too much kind of thing.
Mhm,
But like you mentioned, like we hang around people we want to hang around with, and not everybody likes the phrase every relationship is transactional. But I will die on the hill that what people get their panties in a bunch about is the currency. Capability, being capable is a currency. Being
mhm,
likable is a currency. Being charming,
mhm,
being knowledgeable, having experience is a currency in that sense. Where it's like, well, I like hanging out with him because can learn a lot from him. It's like,
mhm,
oh, so you only hang out with him because he has knowledge. It's well, yeah. and he's likable. You know, I want to give my time for his uh for his presence and experience,
Mm.
kind of thing. And yeah, that is transactional if you like really bring it down to the brass tacks of it. Is that the way you phrase it?
Sure.
At the bottom of the at the bottom of the line or something. Whatever.
Yeah,
My
end of the
English
line.
is
Uh,
thank you.
Bottom line is that's what we say here in
Thank you.
America. Jack, we say
Yeah.
bottom line is
What is the American phrase again for us Europeans? The bottom line, they say. At the bottom line, everything is transactional, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It can be very good. I'm happy when people say, well, I want to spend my time with you because I actually enjoy your company. Like, oh, well, good. Time will then be the exchange thingamajig.
yeah. All right, let's get through these last two. Cognitive simplicity. Let's not forget laziness. A lot of men don't care about the red pill, don't care about dating, don't care about fixing their reproductive problems. They'd rather believe life is simple and women should be loyal and loving like in the movies because thinking critically is hard. This kind of man doesn't get blindsided. He walks right into the buzzsaw. These are the guys that like, what is wrong with you, red pill guys? Like the women in my life are great until they're not, and then they become super black pilled or whatever because they had so much faith in that their life was going to be the same forever. But and then the last one is moral superiority, aka narcissism. Some guys think their moral system is so righteous, so well structured that it should be the default for society, and especially for women. And they're shocked when women don't conform. She goes, like for example, she goes to me even though I was honest, patient, and respectful. Yeah, because she didn't owe you anything. When reality doesn't match their ideal, these guys don't adapt. They spiral, lash out, and say women are broken. Women aren't broken. You're just not up to date on the rules. Damn, that's a banger. Women aren't broken.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's definitely some points to be made about that in the sense of okay, like yeah, maybe you do have the correct moral foundations, and that would be good for society in general, and maybe that is how things worked in not too distant past, right? However, as Nuke said, yeah, times have changed. That doesn't mean we just immediately throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? But it does mean you have to adjust to the current moment of how you're going to get what you want. I mean, like that. I, for one, would be totally fine if everyone went back to the 1950s. I'm sure many other people would too. But the question is, how do you actually achieve that? And how do you get there? Well, it's not just, carbon copying the 1950s and plopping them into 2025. I mean, that's just, lunacy. It's not going to work. But, maybe your ideals aren't necessarily wrong, but your actual step-by-step process of how to achieve that, it's just misguided.
You start out by getting a big old black van, and you're gonna round them all up, and you're gonna send them all back. That's where you start.
There's certainly that. Yeah, the fact that there's a single SUV in any of these car lots at this point is just unacceptable to me. I should be buying all of them.
And they're all gonna go back, and that's how we get
uh,
back to the 1950s.
things are heating up, man. Like there's that shooting down the street. That building was like
Oh,
four
dude, that's
minutes
right.
away from where I live.
That's right, man. You're in Dallas. I mean, that's like, and that's like the third time an ICE facility in Dallas has been shot up in the last 6 months.
Really,
So,
the third time?
Like,
Really?
yeah,
didn't he hit the inmates or something like that?
Yeah,
yeah.
he missed and he hit the detainees.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that. It's like
And then he ended his own life. Yeah.
why do you think he did that last part where it's like because he hit the inmates or that was the original plan?
No,
Because
because
at this point, I'm thinking, damn it, I missed. You know what? Never mind.
I don't think there's a way that the guy could have known like who he actually was hitting. He was just going to clock out.
Yeah,
Horrible.
it was just people that have nothing left to live for and they're done. They want to go out with a bang.
Another troon, as well. So I'm sensing a theme here.
Yeah.
Well, 50% chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're taking it one step further. It's like I'm going to take people with me while I.
I was at dinner celebrating with my brother's birthday and some friends. And a lot of people think like the whole freedom of speech thing and all that stuff is like, hey, we should be able to talk about these things, right? But I'm like, listen, dude, like should is a strong word, but right now you have to play strategy, right? That things are ramping up. That means you can't go out. You have to be smart about how you go about things and do things and say things. Or else, you're going to get hurt or you're going to lose your accounts that you work so hard to build up. So I would say think of it more like just play the game. Play the game to win. Play to win. There you go. Play to win. It may take you may have to do a long game, you may have to kind of like lay low or maybe attack or whatever, but play the game. And that's really what it applies to all senses of life, whether it be whatever niche or what your job and all that stuff. Morality is morality, right? But if you guys take a closer look, in order to win, sometimes you got to be a little bit underhanded, selfish, and you have to convince yourself that what you're doing is not evil. It's just what is necessary. Because if not, you're bringing a knife to a gunfight, and with women, it's the same. If you think that women respond to certain things because you respond to them, dude, good luck because you're just gonna get bitter and you're gonna hate women, right? Do you want to hate women? That's you don't want to be there, man. You don't want to hate women. Like it's such you have one life to live. The years you spent hating women and blaming them for everything are years you're never gonna get back. You have to like them for what they are, man, because if you don't, you're just gonna be angry and bitter. No, your friends aren't gonna want to hang out with you. You're gonna be known as that guy, you know. Um, and essentially, you're leaving on the table one of the most fun, if not one of the best parts of life, and it's just women. Like if you know how to enjoy them correctly with discipline, women can be all right. Like ask Jack. Look at his face. Look how happy his woman's got him wearing turtlenecks. He's changed. He's a changed man.
Sir,
He's becoming a metropolitan, a metro.
She just needs to
Look
get
at
him to get a haircut and get a real job.
shut up.
yeah,
Author is a real job.
yeah.
Hold
Pretty
on.
soon
Yeah,
we're gonna see
I'll
a
make
picture of them behind him.
I'll make it worse. I'll make it even worse here.
Oh, he's domesticated.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no, he's wearing the glasses.
Oh
He is an
God!
author. It's like, oh,
he's just a homosexual that sits in coffee shops. That's exactly
where's my scarf?
Yeah,
Where's my
yeah,
latte?
exactly.
Latte.
Yeah, where's your Harry Potter book?
Yeah,
White
exactly.
fragility. Yeah. Jeez.
Just
Although
because
I
Red
will
Hawk
say,
said that, I will not cut my hair.
I think speaking of Harry Potter, I think I'm gonna start collecting bestiaries from every story. Like I want to see if there's a Lord of the Rings bestiary, right? Am I saying that right? Bestiary,
What's that?
bestiary. It's
Bestiary.
like bestiary. There you go. It's like
Bestiality?
no, that's
Yeah,
something
Jack.
different.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Me and you, Jack, behind closed doors. No, like oh, damn it, bestiary. I can't say it.
Bestiary. Yeah, it's like
Bestiary. There you
aviary,
go.
aviary, but for beasts.
Okay, bestiary. You know how like every story has like a collection of monsters that you kind of learn through. Like Witcher has it, Lord of the Rings has one. Like Pokemon, the Pokédex would be the bestiary.
Oh, I get you. Why didn't you say that
So
right away?
because we're not talking about Pokemon terms, we're using fantasy lore terms. All right,
You know who you're talking to.
but
Jeez.
but yeah, I want to collect the bestiary from every like story and all that stuff. Because as a kid, I would find them in libraries. My mom would drop me off at the libraries, and I would just read them. I found them more interesting sometimes than the actual story sometimes, but
You can't fool me.
anyways,
Those were picture books. There were no letters in
hey,
there.
hey, but
Yeah, it'd be cool. Kind of like
um,
a monster manual from like D&D.
Hmm.
yeah, something like that. I think I could find them, maybe on
There's
Amazon or something.
I do have a book that's a illustrated guide to Tolkien's universe and has like hand drawn images of many of like the creatures. It's quite good.
It's pretty cool. Maybe I'll give
Might
it to my
be.
friend for his birthday. He's a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Oh, nice. Did you know that Vince
Got
from
that new
Masculine
movie
Geek?
coming out next year, and it's just gonna be horrible.
Oh no! Did you know that Vince gave me an illustrated version of the Lord of the Rings?
I think I do remember you showing me that.
Yeah, that thing is beautiful. This one's too bad. Zapdos is coming, Nuke. The last one. It's right here.
Yeah.
Your cherished Zapdos.
Ah, yes, Jack, our favorite scalper. Our favorite
Yes,
scalper.
dude, it's insane. The hobby has turned in. Oh man, it's not even
Fuck
funny
them
anymore.
kids. We
Fuck
got a
them, kid.
$5
No,
super
really.
chat.
There you go. $5 super chat. That can buy you
Uh,
not even a pack of Pokemon cards anymore.
thank you, Phil, for the $5. Appreciate it, man. Anyway, and then there's the last one. We already talked about that. So basically, I conclude it with going into dating thinking women have the same morals as you, setting yourself up for failure. Their innate solipsism and our biological wiring for guilt are incompatible. Women are not evil, but they are self-interested, just like you. The difference is they don't apologize for it. Understand their nature. And remember, within the confines of the law, anything goes. Women don't care about morality of men they're not sleeping with, and barely care about the morality of men they are. You're not in Kansas anymore. Get out of your feelings, adapt, or be used. If you guys, yes, have anything else to add to that? Oh, look, Chad Elkins got Chuck and CPA with the $5. I have nothing interesting to add to the discussion, but please have another super chat. Oh, well, thanks you, Chad. Chad, are you in Dallas?
The most handsome man in Chicago, Mr. Chad
Yeah,
Elkins, has
soon to be the
graced
most
us.
handsome man in Dallas. I don't know if he's here. I think he's here. But dude, Chicago summers are nice. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
dude, it's the best major city in America, man. Chicago's great.
And
Really, really
and
nice.
Trump Tower, dude, highly recommend. I mean, you've obviously been there, but Jack, if you ever back in the United States or in that area, Trump Tower, man. It's
Yeah,
just
Which one?
the one
the
in
one in
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, it's right in the middle of the downtown, right off the Riverwalk.
I'll think
It's
about
nice.
that.
Yeah, but Chicago's
Dude,
great,
like
Jack. Yeah, Chicago's really, really nice. It's beautiful. It has amazing architecture. Its park system is really, really good. They do a great job with like city greening there. It has some amazing attractions like the aquarium. The museums are really, really good. Yeah, Chicago's great,
Sears Tower.
and it's the
Sears
most
Tower was
segregated
impressive.
city in America. So yeah, that's
I would not set foot there if I had unless I had no other choice.
Hey man,
You
when things
know
get
what
bad,
awoke there in the darkness.
listen,
Oh, I
man.
think
When
I
things
know what
get
he's
bad,
saying. I know what he's saying.
yeah.
I love those Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
references.
I mean, when things go bad in Chicago, they just pull up the bridges and say, "You're moved, Tyrone." You know, so
You're removed, Tyrone.
Your move, Daquan.
yeah.
Daquan.
Dude, but Trump Tower is one of the only restaurants I've ever been to my whole life where they didn't rush me to eat.
Mm.
Um,
Really?
and also after the meal, they said, "And please enjoy our balcony." And me and the old lady, we just went on the balcony, took pictures, and relaxed and talked. It just felt they made you feel like you belonged there. Yeah, I don't
How
know. It was
expensive was
just I
it,
just
if you
like
don't
the
mind me
quality of the
asking?
service. What's up?
How expensive was it, if you don't mind me asking?
Dude, I don't even remember. I was like in vacation mode. You know,
Yeah,
when you're in
Here's my
vacation mode, you kind
card.
of just, yeah, you
yeah,
just kind of like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And I was with the
yeah.
old lady. It was a special occasion. I think she had
Did you have to
the
get like a
Korean fried
reservation
chicken.
several like days in advance, or could you just like walk in there? Oh,
I think it's by reservation. It
oh.
wasn't packed, but I think it
Mm,
was a weekday.
mm, yeah.
Yeah, but I was just impressed. I just know that the service. I didn't feel like they were trying to get rid of me. You know, I felt like it was just like, hey, if you guys would like to go on the balcony and spend some time there, please, you know. And I'm like, oh, well, thanks. And we just relaxed, you know. Um, so yeah, highly recommend Trump Tower. I don't know about New York, how it is in New York, but in Chicago, it's pretty nice.
I don't know which one of the two I'd rather not go. I don't know. New York isn't appealing to me either.
Yeah, don't go to New York. New York sucks.
Yeah, I was like, I'd love to go to like Texas or Florida or California. Still seems a little bit appealing, maybe. But I mean, I'd love to visit Cappy in like Minnesota or where is that? South Dakota. He's in
Yeah,
South Dakota now.
Cappy's in a fun part of the country. I mean, Vegas is nice too, but
Oh yeah, I mean the end goal would be Vegas. Well, that would be the road trip. That would be cool. But like, I mean, I still have there are still plans. There's still plans for
Yeah.
everything for that giant road trip through the states, things like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, It'll
Dallas is
come.
fun. Dallas is fun. But Dallas is a very low key city. It's like I like it because it's like people come here to work. Um,
Mm.
People aren't here for clout chasing or for anything besides work and jobs, and which is good because it creates like a culture of like young people just trying to make it. Um, no one makes content of like a day in the life of Dallas. That's New York and LA, you know.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
and maybe Chicago. Did they clean up Chicago yet, or is that
They're
kind
in the
of?
process of it. It's literally happening right now.
Mm,
So but again, like it's just always been certain parts of Chicago, you know, like the
mm.
actual parts, like the downtown areas where all the tourist stuff is, and Trump Tower, and all the nice architecture, and all the museums, and the world famous aquarium, and the beaches and stuff. I mean, you're gonna be fine in that area. The thing you have to worry about there is traffic, not getting shot up by Tyrone. I mean, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
you have to go to the Bean. That little area, that little park area is pretty nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. They do a great job,
Uh,
man. Like with all the trees and everything. It actually the park service is really nice.
the women are pretty, Jack. A lot of pretty women in
um,
Chicago.
Yeah.
Mm.
I believe you.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Elkins, Millennium Park. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
The pier, the Navy Pier, I went with the old lady too. That was fun. There was a big volleyball tournament. She was seeing all the young girls like coming from like a tournament to go eat there and stuff like that. And she was like reliving her memories. Like a way you know a city is good is that you see a lot of families kind of like congregating in an area because people are not going to go to where it's like their families don't feel safe. So like here in Dallas, I would take you to Clyde Warren Park, which is just around the corner. I would take you to get some barbecue. Like Texas is known for its barbecue, and
Oh yeah.
um,
That
yeah,
is the one thing I'm looking forward to most, the food.
yeah.
And yes, my friends have told me this countless times that I'm an uncultured pig, but
But
it's
Chicago
like,
boasts the best restaurants in the country. I gotta admit,
hmm,
you guys win. Yeah, I think it's better than New York. I think Chicago wins for best restaurants in the country.
Oh,
So
I would totally agree with that. Yeah.
yeah.
I keep sending Kyle these like diner challenges they have, and it's like, hey Kyle, you think we can do this? Oh, easily. We got this. It's like, oh yeah. Now, dude, I am looking so forward to that, hanging out with like Kyle, you guys, Rob. Man, how cool would that be if we can get everybody in one place?
Honestly, I want to do a road trip in California one day. Um, like through Monterey, San Luis Obispo, the Big Sur. I did it once, but I want to do it again with the convertible and just take pictures with the elephant seals. Like, dude, that California is one of the most beautiful places on planet Earth.
Elephant
It's
seals.
such a shame that the
Mm,
government there sucks so bad
yeah. Oh.
because it's the most beautiful place on earth. Of course, they have to ruin it. They can't have anything beautiful. Come on now.
Roller skating down the boulevard. It's like, damn.
Mm,
Yeah, the
yeah.
flora, the fauna. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just gorgeous.
It's literally
But
God's country, and it's just been overtaken by foreigners.
it's slowly
Um,
turning red again, right?
no, not anytime
No,
soon. Well,
I mean,
I don't know.
not enough. It's uh,
There is one thing I want to try in Chicago.
the pizza.
That's the
Gotta
deep
get,
dish pizza.
yeah, you got to get the pizza. Pizza's amazing there. Yeah,
The
really,
the
really
deep
good.
dish pizza. Yeah, I was kind of bummed out the last time, but I'm like, nah, I'll get that. Deep dish pizza, I want that. I've seen those things where it's like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the American thing is always like, you can only buy one slice of pizza. Where it's like, no, give me the whole thing. You
That's
know,
because all
I
of our
want the whole.
it's because they're all huge here, man. Like you're
I
used to
can
Yeah,
take
European.
it.
You're used to European
that's what she
proportions,
said.
man.
I can take it. I can take it. You've seen me. Have you seen me? You have seen me eat. Huh.
Yeah,
I can take it.
yeah. I've seen you stick a whole freaking Dale down your throat. You know?
You almost pronounced that right. That's the least gayest thing you put in your mouth today.
Yeah.
Okay, that was pretty funny.
Jack and I had fun in the Netherlands.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
great.
I
That
can
was.
see that. I can see that. You know.
Yeah, you're just jealous. Just wait till you get here. Oh, wait. Never mind.
Was that
Just
a
wait till
threat,
I get
or is
there.
that a? Don't threaten me with a good time, Jen.
I'll just wait till I get there. That would be hilarious. That would
I
be
actually seen you.
hilarious.
Alex Patino with the $10. Aquí está mi dinero. Thank you, Alex Patino, for the money. I appreciate it. So let's just wrap this up, guys.
Is that here is my money? Yeah, I took some
Yeah,
Spanish.
yeah. Um, Essentially, there's no morality in dating. Don't expect women to just follow your lead until a certain point in the relationship where she's like, "I like you. What are you about?" And you just say, "Hey, this is what." And you don't have to sit down with her and be like, "Hey, here's my morals." You could just show her through who you are as a person, right? A lot of men will realize that like their biggest thing about morality is like they don't want a lazy woman, right? Guys don't realize that because the conservo trad women, whatever you call them, they want to be lazy stay-at-home moms and do nothing and just tweet all day, right? And but you realize that as a man, hard work is a virtue, right? So if you're a hardworking guy, you probably want a hardworking chick. She doesn't have to break her back, right? But you don't want to like have to make coffee for her because she can't use a coffee machine. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of those are the morals that really matter in your relationship because if not, there's gonna make you miserable. Maybe a woman that respects your free time. That's a big one that guys don't understand. Like maybe a woman that doesn't speak up at every chance she has to say stupid stuff in front of your friends or in a professional setting. A woman that knows like, hey, when it's my turn to talk, I'll talk. My opinions don't matter in this situation. Whatever it is, just realize that it's not going to come at first. And some women will never probably get on your program. You can throw them out. It's not a big deal. Live life, be happy. And that's all I got. How about you guys?
I would just say it's really important that guys actually set their expectations correctly for what an interaction with women is supposed to be like.
Mm,
It's like she's not a man. Don't treat her like one.
yeah. It's not her job.
Stop assuming everybody wants the best for you like you would want the best for them. And start actually behaving as if you have the best out for yourself. Be pragmatic about it. Be more pragmatic in dating and assume that women are maybe even more pragmatic than you. It's about fun. The end of the day, the end of the line, the bottom of the line, it's all about fun. Go have it.
Actually, bottom line is, but we'll continue
Oh,
your English classes soon.
trebuchet. Trebuchet.
It's trebuchet. Is it trebuchet?
No, it's trebuchet.
Are you making fun of me because I said trebuchet 2 years ago? You still
No,
remember that?
you said
Nice.
trebuchet or whatever. No, the funny part about that whole stream was that for 10 minutes you kept correcting me, and I get the one at the end. It's like the
That
whole
was a
10
legendary
minutes. It's
stream.
like,
I'll
no,
never forget
Jack,
that.
it's pronounced like this. No, Jack, it's pronounced like that. And then you come in, trebuchet. And I'm like, trebuchet.
Mm.
Like
I
the thing
wish
know
I
what?
still had that.
like the thing we're gonna use to send them all back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, what's the difference between a ballista and a trebuchet?
Shay. I don't know, actually.
No,
You played Age of
just the actual like functionality of it is different.
Oh, yeah, the ballista is more like a giant crossbow.
Yeah, you're pretty
Okay.
much you're pretty much. I think how it worked is that they had a cork and it would tie up all the tension basically. But like how the trebuchet would work is that you would use like the weight of the actual machine itself.
Oh, you cut the rope. Okay, yeah.
yeah, and then it would hurl an object over a huge distance.
Okay. Oh, yeah, what? Yeah. Age of Empires should have taught me this. I
Yeah,
play a lot of Age of Empires.
I've been
Yeah.
playing a lot of Rome 2 Total War recently.
Oh.
Getting back into that. So yeah, very very solid Total War game.
Nice.
I love strategy games. I'm getting Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster on the 30th, and they have Ben Starr. All these, it's gonna be a masterpiece. It's already getting 10 out of 10 on all things. But anyways, guys, that's all we have. Take us out, Jack.
Toodles. Links will be in the chat.